you're watching it by the time this video is uploaded, it's a new year, and I'm pretty certain that by now you have set some goals for yourself that you want to achieve in this new year. For example, this is the year I finally get consistent, this is the year I finally get my dream body, this is the year I work on myself. But let's be honest, you have probably set these goals before. I have done that so many times, more than I can count. And what's interesting is that for the longest time ever, I thought that I wasn't trying hard enough, I wasn't disciplined enough, I wasn't motivated enough. But the biggest change in my life didn't come from me pushing harder. It came from changing why I was doing these things in the first place. Hi, my name is Naomi and welcome or welcome back to this channel. Today I want to talk about one mindset shift that completely changed everything for me. How I live, how I move my body, how I take care of myself, how I stay disciplined, and most importantly, how I stay consistent. If you have ever felt like you are constantly working on yourself but you just feel stuck or you struggle with staying consistent, then listen up. For most of us, especially if you are a woman, discipline was taught to us through shame. You should work out because your body isn't good enough, you ate too much, you need to fix yourself, you need to look like all these crazy beauty standards, or you should be always productive because otherwise you're falling behind, you should do this or that, otherwise people will judge you or have opinion on it, and so many things like that. And let me tell you, shame can be a really powerful short-term motivator. From a neurological standpoint, shame activates your brain's threat system, which is the same system that kicks in when you find yourself in a dangerous situation or you feel threatened. It creates this urgency, sort of tunnel vision, and most of all, pressure. That's exactly why shame-based discipline can produce short-term results. You work harder, you force yourself more, you restrict yourself, but your body ends up paying for it. You become chronically stressed, you burn out, you resort to emotional eating or find any type of coping mechanism, and it starts to become this all or nothing mindset. This is why so many people manage to stick to their routine, their habits, to working on their goals for a certain period of time, and then it's just nothing for months. And this is a misunderstanding that keeps so many people stuck. Listen closely when I say this. Most people don't like discipline. They lack emotional safety. If your body associates discipline and staying consistent with shame, negative emotions, punishment, control, fear of losing love or approval, then of course your body will resist it. It's your nervous system protecting you in the only way it knows. Even though you may not remember, your body remembers. It remembers every single time discipline meant being criticized, pushed past your limits, or told that you are not enough. Understanding this removes so much self-blame, because I know that I used to blame myself that maybe I'm just not the type of person who can stick to their routine, who can change their life. But shifting your perspective and realizing this fact changes everything. For me, when I first started working out, I was working out because I genuinely hated my body. I was so disgusted by my own body, and saying this now and looking back, it makes me honestly so sad, because I was 11 when I first started working out and restricting myself. I've been bullied ever since kindergarten. I used to be really overweight. When I was 10, I stumbled upon Facebook and Tumblr, which, if you know Tumblr, back in the early 2010s era, it was such a bad place to be on. You can imagine little me doom scrolling on Tumblr and Facebook, and if you know what I mean by Tumblr being such a negative place, you know which community I found out about. It was really bad. As a child, I was struggling with binge eating, ED, and then it transformed into not eating at all. And I was just trying to convince others that I can be pretty as well, I can be skinny as well. In my mind, the only reason for me to work out was to be accepted by other people and to look like everyone else. Every child in my class was super skinny and I was the only fat child, so you know how that goes most of the time. So I locked in over the summer and worked really hard on myself, and it ended up in a long-term problem for me. Luckily now I don't struggle with it anymore. I have worked really hard on healing myself for the past few years, and I'm not perfect by any means, please don't get that wrong. There is still so much work I have to do on myself, but I feel like I have come a long way, and this is the reason why I believe you can do it as well. I was stuck in such a rabbit hole that every single time I lost weight, it either felt like not enough and I still saw myself as that old version of me who was still overweight, not confident, had a low self-esteem, and it resulted in me either looking for even more extreme goal or I gained it all back. And this cycle went on for so many times. With hating myself and hating my life, I felt so hopeless. And that's why I believe that you can do it as well. If I did it and I healed, you can do it as well. One day I realized that I didn't need more discipline, I just need to work on the relationship I have with myself. The real shift happened once I stopped asking myself, how do I force myself to stay consistent? How do I force myself to lose even more weight? How do I force myself to do all these habits I wanted to do? And I started to ask myself, how do I take care of myself as someone I love? And this question honestly changed everything for me, because how do you take care of someone you genuinely love and want the best for them? You wouldn't punish them, you wouldn't belittle them, you wouldn't tell ugly nasty things to them. You would genuinely try to work with them. If this person you love has any issue or any problem, you would probably sit down with them and be gentle with them. You would tell them that you can do this and everything will be okay. And that's exactly what you need to do with yourself. Take your hand, sit yourself down and tell yourself that it's okay. Forgive yourself for anything that you have been through in the past and for your past behavior, and tell yourself it is going to be okay. We can work on this. You have your entire life ahead of you to achieve anything you want to. So please drop the control. If you have experienced chaos, some sort of trauma, abuse, unpredictability, or emotional neglect when you were a child, you feel like control feels like safety. When you feel like you have control over your food, over your body, over your routine, over how things may end up, you feel like you have everything under control and you think that's what discipline means. But you have to realize that control is often based in fear. If I don't stay on top of everything, something bad will happen. But love-based discipline is based in trust. Trust that you can take care of yourself like someone you love and the results will come. Our brains respond differently based on why you are doing the thing you are doing. When motivation comes from shame or self-hatred, your cortisol, aka the stress hormone, rises. This also often results in gaining weight even though you are doing everything perfectly, being more bloated, being more puffy, holding so much tension in your body, especially shoulders and your face. Your body feels unsafe and your consistency all depends on pressure. But when your motivation comes from self-respect and self-love, your brain actually supports habit formation. You get dopamine and that actually helps reinforce behavior. Your nervous system feels safe and regulated. Multiple studies have shown that people who work out from intrinsic motivation, which is enjoyment, self-care, their identity, they stick with it much longer than people who are self-driven by hatred, shame or guilt. Yes, you can change your body or your life while you are hating yourself, but the change won't stick as much. Or even if it does stick, you won't even notice it or realize it, and you will just look for another goal and another goal and another thing. So the main shift that changed everything for me was to stop saying I have to and replace it with I deserve to. Instead of saying I have to work out today, I say I deserve to work out because I deserve to live in a body that's healthy, strong and alive. I don't clean because I have to, but I clean because I deserve to live in a clean, safe, calm environment. I don't study because I have to, but I study because I deserve to be educated, well-spoken and smart. This way, discipline stops feeling like a restriction and it will feel like a form of self-respect. This doesn't mean that you are doing whatever you want at any point of time. It just means that you always choose yourself first. Some days you will do a full workout, some days you might just do a quick 5-minute workout, and some days you will choose rest because you know that it's the best for you. But you are not trying to play tricks on your brain, saying that, oh, I was standing all day, so basically I don't have to work out. But you know what's best for you and you accommodate to that. The difference isn't in the action you do, but the tone you speak to yourself with. So please really stop being so hard on yourself over every tiny imperfection. I gained a few kilograms over the holiday season, and I'm completely okay with it because I know that I spent the holiday with people I love, bonding over good food, and I know that I will lose the extra fat soon. Love-based discipline rebuilds trust you have with yourself, and your entire identity will shift, knowing that you are no longer the old version of yourself that feels unworthy. Consider this a part of reparenting yourself. Trust that you can allow yourself into becoming better. You don't need to hate yourself to become better. And if you need someone to remind you this, don't be shy and please subscribe to my channel. I am trying to build a little positivity corner of the internet here. If you have enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and comment your thoughts down below. As always, I will hope to see you in the next video next week as well. Bye!